This is Sharon Tenen for Help for the Help. Today we want to talk about finding joy and peace, and I've been on several support groups and observing, and so many people are sad and frustrated and hopeless. Now, you are superhuman. You are their light. You are their hope. You are the one, whether you were the only person chosen or whether you stepped up to take this, you are it and you are important. But you have got to take care of yourself. You cannot pour an empty pitcher with no water and pour it into a glass. You've got to fill that pitcher. You've got to make some time for you. You've got to find ways to rest, relax, regroup, just to take away some stress. You're going to have to learn to let some thoughts go. I don't know if you do yoga or meditation or prayer. You've got to find a way to get your thoughts channeled. Okay. Now, some of the things that I do at night before I go to bed, I drink hot tea. Here's one with valerian. Help you sleep. It's called Organic Nighty Night Extra. This is the strongest one. There are some lighter, or I just love this blackberry raspberry hibiscus tea. I like chamomile tea. Fix you a cup of hot tea, and we're getting into that hot tea weather. Find you a place to sit. If you can sit on your back porch, front porch, on the deck, out in the garden, just somewhere for a few minutes a day and just look around. Okay, I walk down to my pond that is totally dried up to still talk to my father. You've got to ask for help. And I know you're going, well, they would know I need help. They don't. They get so wrapped up in their busy lives, especially if they have children, places to go, work, and then they crash. They don't know. You've got to ask for help. It is not a failure. It is not a failure. It could be, I have one sister that would come over once a month to cut Mama's hair. And see, those two were always a little more at odds than the rest of us, but she didn't know what to do. And none of my siblings wanted to take Mama out to eat because she took an hour and a half, 2 hours to eat, and that didn't bother me. So I was usually the one that took her out to eat. But there were other things. One could come cut her hair. One could breed with her. One would take her yard selling every once in a while. And yes, instead of my brother would get upset about that, taking her yard selling, the people were so kind. I'd say, she has Alzheimer's. Let me just hide this stuff back here and she'll forget about it. She did, but it got her out walking. And I put her on a budget, it's usually $20, which that doesn't mean we spent it. But somebody wanted to take Mama to a movie. She couldn't sit through a movie. So she was getting more exercise. So you do something with them that would be positive, or that would make you feel good, or that you're capable of doing. Now, also, I want to tell you, listening to music is a wonderful help. Go back to when you were younger, and what were some of the songs that you fantasized about dancing to, ice skating to, even though you can't ice skate. What was yours and your spouse's favorite song? What soothes your soul? Oh my goodness, the London Symphony Orchestra music is beautiful. You can Google that. You can YouTube and go on there, and you can find music to help you sleep. There was one that said even make you drool, but my husband said I didn't drool. One Voice Children's Choir. They are amazing. They take some of the most beautiful songs and redo them with children from, I don't know how old the youngest one is. It's from like 5 to 18, but it doesn't sound like, just a group of children out singing We Wish You a Merry Christmas, although that's pretty. It's very professional, very beautiful. Wakikuna. I love pan flutes, wooden flutes, all different styles of flute playing, and I know I can't spell it. Go into YouTube, type in Sound of Silence, Wakikuna. Take a guess. I think it starts off WAI. That's one of the most beautiful pieces, and then you can follow up and find some more. All right, reading. Read books. read your Bible. Did you know there's 25 verses about taking care of the elderly? See, I'm thinking, I've started working on creating a devotional, and I thought it was going to be so easy, but it's not. But I hope I can get through that. You also need to journal. Now, the biggest complaint here, I don't have time. This will possibly save you. As a teacher, retired teacher, 30 years, all they ever said was document, document, document. That was the thing that saved you. Here's a journal from 2018. Now, my problem was every time I couldn't find a journal, I started a new journal. So I probably have 20 or 30 journals at my house. 2018, I told what day, morning meds, what I fixed for breakfast. I'm just jotting down stuff. Hot chocolate, night meds. We went out to Ryan's to eat. You know, you can just do like a little list. You don't have to write personal things in here. That might get you in trouble anyhow. But I wrote what they ate. Here I got their blood pressure. Here's a journal at Dollar Tree that I thought was real cute. If you're just a note jotter. Now, my personal journals, yes, I have those too. That's just for me, my eyes, hopefully, you know. And then, if all else fails, get you one of these itty bitty notebooks, and put it in your car so you can write down stuff. Now, I know you can put notes on your phone. I send notes to myself all the time. This is my husband's. I have no clue what it means, but see what he does. So it's very important to document. Now, I hate to say this, but you may have problems from a distant family member or even a close family member who's never set foot in the home. You might, you don't know. Look at this. It's all the receipts. I didn't staple them or go through. I went through some and I'd circle what they spent, but all of these have to do with my father and stepmother. I may have to get them together. I've certainly run into some opposition myself. We'll see how it goes. Nothing's in the planning works and nothing's happened yet. I'm just working toward if I have to prove myself innocent. Isn't that sad? But you need to save all receipts. You need to document. And then the last thing that I want to talk about is redirecting your spouse or your loved ones. What we have to do with children when they're in a situation they don't need to be in. Get them interested in something else. Help them to bake something or decorate a cookie or come over here and listen to this. Come over here and watch your old favorites. Let's watch Gomer Pyle. My grandmother was Gomer Pyle, Carol Burnett, and Petticoat Junction. And so you can find all those reruns anywhere. My father liked James Bond and John Wayne. And so redirect, okay? I have been reading where one keeps bringing up financial stuff in the middle of dinner. Well, just say, well, pat them on the hand. Let's eat first, and then we'll talk about it. They may or may not forget. Let's say they remember. Okay, come in here and sit down and get something started on the TV or on the music, and then say, well, what is it you want to do, or what do you want to know? And if they bring it up a third time, you have to try. I'm not saying you'll succeed every time, but sometimes you will. Just find something with higher interest. Get people to come by and visit. Did you used to belong to any clubs or churches, or go off with other couples? Get them to just come by for 30, 40 minutes and visit. If have the grandchildren stop by. We only have 6 or 7 grandchildren, I guess, but they all have fallen all over themselves and just love Granddaddy Who. So they were out there, out and about, so were our children. So just be open up your heart, ask for help, Go to people, talk to somebody also. Find you someone you can talk to, okay? But you are doing a great job. Believe in yourself. Don't speak the negative if you can help it, except to your confidant or into your journal, okay? But you are doing great. You are doing great. You're doing great. Keep speaking that the truth. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. And you are. You are. You are there for that person. Thank you for watching today.